Good evening, I'm Brian Latham.
And I'm Tambry Lane. Thanks for joining GTN News tonight. Republicans and Democrats are locked in a stalemate over a plan to raise the debt ceiling, and they're running out of time to compromise. They've met at the White House 3 times in 3 days with no major breakthroughs. Danielle Nottingham has the latest.
After a third meeting in 3 days at the White House, Democrats and Republicans are no closer to a deal on raising the debt ceiling. President Obama says the road to compromise is clear.
And the way it's going to get resolved is if all of us make some compromises and we take a balanced approach that finally deals with this debt and deficit in a serious way.
But he told CBS Evening News anchor Scott Pelley tens of billions of dollars worth of Social Security, veteran, and disability payments could be in jeopardy if the two sides don't find middle ground by August 2nd. Both parties agree they need to cut spending as they raise the debt ceiling, but each side is digging in when it comes to raising taxes. Democrats are pushing for the debt deal to include closing some tax loopholes that benefit big companies and wealthy Americans. But Republicans say that's the same as raising taxes. Each party's blaming the other for the stalemate.
Where's the president's plan? This debt limit increase is his problem, and I think it's time for him to lead by putting his plan on the table.
Speaker Boehner seems to have forgotten about the 8 years when Republicans turned a surplus into huge deficits, with unpaid for taxes for millionaires, unpaid wars.
The Senate's top Republican put out what he called a backup plan in case the two sides can't compromise. But President Obama has said he wants a plan that will handle the issue past Election Day next year. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, the White House.
The federal government actually hit its debt ceiling several weeks ago. Since then, Treasury officials have been using accounting maneuvers to pay the nation's bills without borrowing money.
It began with an offer of a ride home and ended in a brutal attack. Now police are looking for the rapist who attacked a 29-year-old woman last Tuesday. She was found naked and covered in blood at the Wood Meadows trailer park. Tonight, the victim is sharing her story with GTN's Venice Toussaint, hoping to protect other women.
He took me to a place that I wasn't familiar with, and I truly feel that day that I ran for my life. I was running for my life. There's no doubt in my mind that he would have killed me.
It's every woman's nightmare. A seemingly nice guy offering to help out turns bad.
People say that you could judge somebody by a book by its cover. No, you really can't. You really can't. He seemed totally normal, just more than willing to give me a ride to where I needed to go, and those weren't his intentions.
After a long day and a few drinks, Angelique says she just wanted to get home. As she walked out of the Copper Monkey restaurant on West University Avenue, she was approached by a man she didn't know, offering to give her a ride, and she said yes.
I don't know what kicked in, but I just knew something wasn't right and tried to get out and fought with everything that I could. Everything that I could.
Her attacker, who she describes as a white male with low-cut reddish-brown hair, drove her to the Meadows trailer park, where he beat, raped, and threatened to kill her in broad daylight. But she managed to escape.
I didn't look back. I did not look back. I ran with everything that was inside of me. I was not going to die that way, not out there, not that day, and not like that. I was not going to let somebody explain that to my kids.
She ran through the woods naked as fast as she could until a passerby saw her and called the police. Angelique says she relives the attack every time she looks at these bruises all over her body. She's sharing her story in hopes of getting justice and putting her attacker behind bars. Venice Toussaint, GTN News, working for you.
Alachua County commissioners revoke the permit of a controversial animal sanctuary. This comes in the wake of a huge animal hoarding investigation. Nearly 700 cats were taken from the Haven Acres Sanctuary in June. The shelter's permit only allowed for 200 cats. Code enforcement investigators also found several other permit violations.
The owners of the sanctuary consented to this action. They actually wrote a letter to us agreeing to the action.
State's Attorney's Office could file animal cruelty or neglect charges against the sanctuary owners, depending on the outcome of an animal services investigation.
County commissioners continue the debate over a plan to resurface and widen Northwest 16th and 23rd Avenues. County staff members are recommending commissioners back a 60% plan It should reduce the inside lane width and reconstruct wide walks. Commissioners have not voted on the county's new recommendation. Commissioners have given the go-ahead for a new cell phone tower off Tower Road. The 130-foot T-Mobile tower will be built right next to the Tower Road Library. County staffers say the tower should not pose an eyesore for motorists and people in the area. Trees will surround the tower.
Well, time to talk a little weather now. Here's meteorologist Kyle Dennis live in our weather center. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Tambry, the radar has dried out, so the showers we saw earlier today now just a thing of the past, well, at least for the next 12 hours maybe, but then we'll see more, of course, developing tomorrow afternoon. We're still seeing a few showers to the north and west, but for the most part, things are winding down this evening. The rest of the evening just going to be partly to mostly cloudy, and a few peaks of sunshine in the morning tomorrow, 75, noontime, 90 degrees, more thunderstorms, dropping us to 86 by 5 o'clock. Tambry?
All right, Kyle, thanks. The detectives who investigated Casey Anthony while she was accused of killing her daughter are standing behind their case, speaking out today in Orlando. Anthony, of course, was acquitted of murder last week, but convicted of lying to investigators. She first claimed her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee, had been taken by a nanny, but her defense team claimed the little girl accidentally drowned in the family pool. Investigators say if Anthony had been honest with them from the first, when they first questioned her, it would have saved them a lot of trouble.
She never said it was an accident. That would have been her opportunity to say so had it been, and obviously we give them the ability to explain their actions, but they always can come up and say, well, this is what happened. I was just, even to this day, I'm still surprised that she just didn't come off it. She wouldn't tell us the truth, and that's all we were after was the truth. That day this whole thing could have ended had we known the truth.
Detectives say they had a solid murder case against Anthony, but respect the jury's verdict. Anthony will be released from jail Sunday. Meanwhile, Casey Anthony's mother, Cindy, will not face perjury charges. This is coming from state prosecutors. She was suspected of lying in her testimony during the trial. She told the court she was the one who searched chloroform on the family computer. Prosecutors had argued no one but Casey could have made the searches because she was the only one home, but Cindy testified she was home that day. Cindy's former employers later testified she was at work when those searches were made.
Pickup trucks are good for hauling things, but as Nicole Pasecki explains, what some truck drivers in Daytona Beach are trying to haul amounts to a crime.
Surveillance cameras inside phone sweepstakes caught the thieves in the act. You can see them smash out the glass door using a chain, the same chain police say the suspects used to tie around the ATM. The thieves attached the chain to the red truck and hit the gas, but the chain snaps and the bolted down ATM remains in place. You can then see the thieves trying to push and pull the ATM, determined to walk away with cash.
At nighttime, it's kind of nerve-wracking because we only have our manager that walks us out, and then that makes me nervous that they could pull in here.
Aaron Bethune works at South Turn Lounge and worries their ATM could be targeted next.
Well, that makes me nervous too, because that means that they continue to do it and they're not going to stop until they get caught.
This video shows the suspects smashing through the glass doors of the city's Ocean Center in May. They used a red Dodge pickup to pull out the ATM inside, and in April they targeted this liquor store on Orange Avenue using a pickup truck to rip off security bars. They weren't able to pull out the ATM since it was also bolted down, so they took off with a dozen bottles of liquor. Tonight, Bethune says ATMs should not be placed right next to a door.
But at least our ATM machine is hidden, so we don't have to worry about, they can't see it because it's out of view.
Kyle's full forecast still ahead tonight.
And baby boomers are looking for love and going online to find it. How many seniors are trying to hook up this way? When GTN News continues.
If you have a news tip, call GTN News at 331-4GTN or email us at news@mygtn.tv.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Mid-Florida has been serving the children in our community for over 35 years. By providing positive role models to at-risk youth, we make a big difference, one child at a time.
My big brother helps me with school.
My big sister listens to my problems.
Help us help these children.
This great cause needs your support.
Will you be my big sister?
Every Every day, GTN News is all about coverage.
Coverage of breaking news and important local stories.
We cover your community because it's our community too.
We dig for details, taking the time to get it right.
It's a challenge we meet daily, serving you the biggest stories every day, every newscast.
One network, one team. GTN News.
30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease. So start walking for yourself. Start walking with your family. Start walking with your friends. Start a movement in your community. Start walking. Start something. To join the movement, log on to heart.org/start and help start something now.
Your life changes in a split second. And who cares? The insurance company? The other driver? The big company that may break the rules? For over 50 years, Avery & Smith has cared for Florida's families who have been injured. Getting you help quickly is always our first priority. I'm Mark Avra. If you've been hurt in an accident, give us a call. We can help get what you deserve. So who cares? We do.
If you have a story for GTN News, call the newsroom now or email us at news@mygtn.tv.
Audiences just can't get enough of Suds, the rockin' 60s musical soap opera at the Hippodrome Theater. Whether date night, girls' night out, or a family staycation, everyone loves those favorite tunes from the 60s like Respect, Please Mr. Postman, and You Can't Hurry Love. So the Hippodrome is holding over through July. It may be hot outside, but the Hip is in the 60s all summer long. So put a smile on your face. Book your tickets now at 375-HIPP and thehip.org.
It is so hot in Oklahoma City today, even water pipelines can't take it. City officials say water pressure demands are so high, they've had several water main breaks like this one. When the 12-inch pipe burst this morning, water shot up at least 40 feet in the air, falling down into a restaurant. Today's high temperature in Oklahoma City expected to hit 102 degrees and remain in the hundreds for the rest of the week. Luckily, not even close to that here, and we're hoping it stays that way. Here's Kyle Dennis.
Well, we are going to be continuing to see some showers and storms over the next couple of days, and that also means keeping those temperatures on the lower side in the lower 90s, right around where we should be for this time of year. Now, notice on the satellite picture we've been showing the last couple of days, the cloud cover kind of moving east to west rather than west to east because we have an area of high pressure sitting up towards the north. So it looks like that's going to continue over the next couple of days. That means disturbances moving in off of the Atlantic, but that also means bringing in some slightly cooler air. Temperatures have not really been all that hot over the last couple of days, at least compared to what we saw a few weeks ago. 82 right now in Gainesville, 84 in Valdosta, 80 in Cross City. Ocala coming in at 79 degrees. So not too bad out there. The clouds, though, are preventing those temperatures from being able to fall a little bit faster, though. And dew points in the middle 70s, 76 right now for the dew point in Jacksonville, St. Augustine as well, 74 for the dew point here in Gainesville. So even though the rain has ended, it's still incredibly muggy out there, and that's what those high dew points are showing us right now. The radar is nice and dry. We saw quite a few showers and storms around earlier today, mainly from Gainesville and points towards the east. Now, at the airport, we officially did not record any rain today, but many parts of the area did pick up a tenth to as much as a quarter of an inch of rain. So not a drenching rain, but again, we'll take what we can get. We're still behind normal by about 4.5 inches, so we still need to make up for that. Still seeing a few storms to the north and west and portions of Mississippi and Alabama as well, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a few more of them during the day tomorrow. But with that easterly wind off of the Atlantic, at least higher levels of the atmosphere, we're going to continue to see some cloud cover overnight tonight into the day tomorrow. So partly to mostly cloudy tonight, not going to completely clear out. A few peaks of sunshine in the morning give way to some showers in the afternoon. And it looks like we get a repeat of that again on Thursday. Not much variation in this weather pattern over the next few days. Afternoon showers and storms and high temperatures in the lower 90s. Pretty much what you'd expect for this time of year, although not a whole lot in the way of sunshine as has been the case. For tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, 74 degrees for the low, so only about another 5 or so degrees to drop from where we are now. Westerly wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we make our way through the day tomorrow, more of the same. 92 for the high. Peaks of sun in the morning, but not completely clear even to start the day. Those scattered thunderstorms resume in the afternoon with a southwest wind at 5 to 10. And if you don't like this weather, we have to keep dealing with more of the same as we make our way towards the weekend. 93 on Thursday, Friday 93 as well, with more scattered storms Saturday and Sunday. thunderstorms, 90s.
Did you just basically say if you don't like this weather, too bad, tough it out, deal with it, there's nothing I can do for you?
Speaking for yourself. All right, Kyle, thanks. Well, a horrifying school bus crash kills dozens of boys in Bangladesh. That's where we begin our look at news from around the world.
Time for Global News Now. At least 44 schoolboys are dead after the bus carrying them plunged into a ditch full of water. They were returning to school after watching a football tournament. The crash still under investigation. The half-brother of Afghan President Hamid Karzai was shot dead at his home in Kandahar. He was killed during a gathering by a guard. A motive is not known. WikiLeaks editor-in-chief Julian Assange has begun his appeal against extradition to Sweden to face questioning on sex charges. Assange denies the accusations and says they are an attempt to smear him. The case is not related to Assange's website. WikiLeaks made headlines last year for leaking documents and videos related to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Soccer legend Diego Maradona is doing okay after getting into a car accident yesterday. The vehicle he was traveling in collided with a bus on the outskirts of Buenos Aires. Neither Maradona nor his girlfriend had any serious injuries. They were taken to a hospital, however. Maradona is a former player for Argentina, and many say he's one of the game's greatest. I'm Mike Mickle, and that's your Global News Now.
Thank you, Mike. Jeremy Moss is next with sports as Major League Baseball plays its All-Star game tonight. Stick around for highlights.
When it rains on our cities, the water flows into what we drink. The Arbor Day Foundation invites you to plant trees in your community, so the water that flows into our rivers and streams will be clean and safe. Visit arborday.org to find out how to plant the right trees in the right place and support Tree City USA.
Hello, this is Kenneth Clater, Senior Pastor of Spirit of Faith Christian Center and also the host of Faith Today. Faith Today is a powerful, life-changing program that will be seen right here on this station, NBC 9, every Sunday at 10 a.m. I want to invite you to tune in this Sunday at 10 a.m. I believe that I'll be sharing some things with you that will cause joy, hope, peace, and love to come into your heart so you can have everything that God wants you to have in your life. I'll see you this Sunday. God bless.
From day one, I knew life would be different. Suddenly, I had someone else to think of first.
That's why I asked my doctor to complete the Healthy Start screening form. The screening pointed out risks that could affect our health.
Based on our needs, we received free helpful services like childbirth preparation, stress relief, and parenting classes.
I'm glad I asked my doctor to complete the Healthy Start screening form.
And it looks like I made the right choice for both of us.
Every baby deserves a healthy start. Ask your healthcare provider to complete the Healthy Start screening form.
I've been working at a Domino's store since 1986. I bleed for this company. But this carryout deal, ridiculous.
The deal is you can get large 3-topping pizzas for just $7.99 carryout Monday through Wednesday.
That's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
This pizza's worth at least twice what we're charging for it.
Customers wanted more carryout specials, so now we've got one that runs every week.
Every week?
Every week.
Patrick, I love you, but you're killing me.
You're watching the 11 o'clock edition of GTN News on NBC 9. GTN Sports is brought to you by Stephen A. Bagan & Associates.
I'm attorney Stephen A. Bagan. If you've had an accident, it's never too early to call.
We've handled thousands of cases for more than 25 years.
25 years.
For over 25 years.
The sooner you call, the sooner we can start working on your case.
And to contact witnesses, investigate insurance, and deal with the insurance adjusters.
Your time is precious, so call us.
Just call us.
Call 1-800-800-2575. Stephen A. Bagan & Associates. Helping Florida's injured for over 25 years. Just call me.
This is GTN News, working for you in Gainesville, Lake City, Trenton, and Archer.
The Major League Baseball All-Star Game tonight in Arizona. The winner gets home field advantage in the World Series. And the AL had won 12 straight until the National League finally got off the schneid last year. Here's what's happening. They're in the 9th inning. The National League is up 5-1. The American League jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the top of the 4th as Adrian Gonzalez from the Red Sox hit a solo home run. But in the bottom of the 4th inning, Prince Fielder hit a 3-run homer. That put the National League up potentially for good as they are in the top of the 9th, the National League trying to close this one out. Well, the United States looks to continue its run in the Women's World Cup. Coming off a dramatic win over Brazil in the quarterfinals, the U.S. faces France tomorrow at noon Eastern in the semis. Here's former Gator Abby Wambach, who kept the U.S. alive with a huge goal in the 122nd minute.
We want to make it worth it. We want to make that experience historical. And we believe that the only way to really do it and really make it historical is to keep winning this thing and end up in the finals and hopefully win this World Cup.
Now, if the United States beats France, they'll play in the finals against the winner of the Japan-Sweden matchup in the other semifinal. Well, the Tour de France, a new yellow jersey, that's Veckler, not Venkman from Ghostbusters. And then Hoogland back with the polka dot jersey. The poor guy was crashed by a media car into a barbed wire fence. The yellow and green jerseys make a break from the peloton, but Mark Cavendish and company would not be outdone. But Cavendish, surprisingly, the sprinter extraordinaire, out-sprinted. He's on your left. There he is, and it looks like he's going to win, but no. It's Greipel with the win in the 10th stage as Veckler keeps the yellow jersey. Plenty of optimism coming out of the NFL bargaining talks. Many believe a new deal could be in place by July 21st. In the meantime, players must work out on their own, and that's not easy for rookies like Cam Newton.
With the first pick in the 2011 NFL Draft.
You're seeing Commissioner Goodell and say with the first pick, the Carolina Panthers selected
Cam Newton, quarterback, Auburn.
And it was just like slow motion from there.
Not much moves in slow motion in Cam Newton's world.
A typical day, I wake up, get breakfast, around about the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour. I get treatment, stretched out from the nicks and the bruises.
Nothing better than working out in the sun. It's gonna be hot in Charlotte, baby. Attaboy, drive it up and back. Everything through them hips.
To some degree, it's somewhat of like a mini camp structure. It's like, you know, you come in at 9 o'clock, don't come in at 9:05. He let me know that, you know, the first day I was there. You know, he's like, look, I understand it's your first day, but you gotta understand that this is not college no more.
This isn't college, but it isn't the NFL either. The lockout has forced Newton to prepare for his first season as a Panther without the aid of the Carolina coaching staff at team-organized minicamps. Instead, Newton is working out with a Heisman Trophy winner who once played quarterback for the Panthers.
I've tried to mirror what his schedule would look like if there was no lockout, and trying to put him through workouts, put him through classroom sessions, similar to what he would face if he was in Carolina. Good feet, that'll boy. Nice. I like it.
Newton did get 48 hours with the Panthers right after the draft when the lockout was temporarily lifted, and he also got a taste of life with his new teammates at a player-organized workout in June.
I felt like so many eyes on me, like, dang, is this guy that guy that everybody talks about? Is he selfish? Is he that individual that so many people critique day in and day out? So, you know, for a couple of days, I was just going, like, trying to prove people wrong, like, man, you know, maybe he's a good guy after all. Steve Smith came out there to throw, and, you know, you hear so many stories about Steve and how explosive he is, how quick, how fast he is. So it's like, all right, I'll step up to the challenge, and I'm going to throw him a timing route. When I'm back there, he's already, by the time I hit my 5th step, he's already out looking for the ball.
Certainly going to be an adjustment for Newton in the NFL, but the guy is a big, strong, fast athlete, so it's possible that he'll could adapt. Be successful. Yeah.
Let's hope the lockout ends and they can actually get to practicing and playing.
Yeah,
that's on
right.
for real. All right, thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks.
Well, next, what can make a lot more dough for the company that owns Dunkin' Donuts?
And are you an extreme couponer? You might have to work a little harder. Why more stores are cutting your chances of finding a steal.
Plus, tired of all those receipts piling up in your wallet? Stores are offering you a less cluttered alternative to a receipt. Details straight ahead.
Folks out there in television land.
Hello out there in television land.
It's so tasty, too.
I like it.
think we got a hit on our hands.
Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning.
Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the
Now over the air on Digital 9.2. Call your cable and satellite provider and let them know you want Me TV too.
Has it been a while since you've seen a dentist? Are you embarrassed to smile? Do you suffer from sensitive teeth? Are you afraid you've waited too long? At Samant Dental, we're here to tell you that it's never too late. As a prosthodontist, Dr. Samant has created generations of beautiful, healthy smiles. We offer comprehensive restorative dental care with a wide variety of other services. We care about the health and function of your teeth. No matter what kind of dental problem you're experiencing, we will find an answer for you. At the Samant Dental Group, we improve lives one smile at a time.
Is this a good deal?
I don't even know anymore.
Well, know this. For a good deal on car insurance, Progressive Snapshot uses this to track my good driving habits. The better I drive, the more I save. It's crystal clear savings, and only Progressive has it.
Nice.
This has been a public savings announcement.
Out there with a better way. Now that's Progressive.
Hi, we're looking to save some money on our car insurance.
Great! At Progressive, you can compare rates side by side so you get the same coverage, often for less.
Wow, that is huge.
And this is to remind you that you could save hundreds.
Yeah, that'll certainly stick with me.
We'll take it.
Go, big money! I mean, go, it's your break, honey.
Same coverage, more savings. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
This is GTN News, working for you in Hawthorne, Ocala, Waldo, and Stark.
More seniors are now hooked up and hooking up because of it. Plus, Dunkin' Donuts has a way to make more dough as we get back to business. Dunkin' Brands expects to raise about $400 million in its initial public offering.
A Securities and Exchange Commission filing shows the shares will be priced between $16 and $18 each. That values the company at as much as $2.3 billion. The IPO is a big part of the company's plan to expand beyond its base in the Northeast. It may soon be easier for you to get your hands on your credit score without paying for it. New rules set to go into place next week will require banks and creditors to tell you your score if they reject your credit card or loan application. They'll also have to explain other factors considered in their decision. A person approved at the best terms won't be entitled to their free credit score. Lenders who don't use the scores to make decisions aren't required to disclose them. Online dating isn't just for the youngsters. USA Today reports older people are the fastest growing group looking for love on the internet. An estimated 1 of every 6 people on internet dating sites is 55 and older. The trend is believed to be the result of more internet-savvy seniors and seniors having a tough time meeting people in their age group.
Coupons are meant to save us a little money, but stores say some shoppers are taking it too far. They're called extreme couponers, and they can shave a grocery bill down to just a few dollars with creative use of coupons. Now, stores are cracking down on the method. Some chains, like Rite Aid, are limiting the number of identical coupons you can use to 4, and Target is putting a stop to shoppers using 2 buy one, get one coupons to get both items free.
Tired of digging through your wallet to find old receipts? Popular retailers such as Nordstrom and Gap are introducing electronic receipts sent right into your inbox. Mena Decker has more.
More and more retailers are going paperless when it comes to your purchase. They say digital receipts are more environmentally friendly and more convenient to you, but not all shoppers agree. Some see it as a ploy by retailers to invade their privacy. Retailers gain access to your email address, and they're likely to use that to send you ads and coupons. While these concerns may be valid, you can opt out of receiving unwanted email offers. E-receipts are just one of many new digital products used by retailers. A new form of payment called Card Case is being tested in select cities. People can register their credit cards at a store and then pay at the register by simply giving their name. I'm Amanda Decker reporting.
Get ready to jump on board.
What once cost just pennies to ride now could cost someone hundreds of thousands. Find out why after the break.
Working for you, on air and online. Log on to mygtn.tv for news anytime.
There's a lot to like about Wild Waters. Now, buy a Wild Waters All-Access Pass and get unlimited admission to Silver Springs, plus all concerts, special events, and parking free, just the way you like it. Visit wildwaterspark.com.
If it's happening in Gainesville, you'll see it in Gainesville Today, the city's most popular about-town guide. Watch for it in your mail or pick it up at more than 1,000 locations. This month, we salute our troops with a special tribute to local heroes. Read about the staying power of the pinup girl. We also take you on a tour of all the exciting things that downtown Gainesville has to offer, from shopping to restaurants. You'll also want to check out all the great things to do in July in and around Gainesville. Get your Gainesville Today free and visit us on the web at GainesvilleToday.com.
Don't waste your summer. Sign up now to join in all the fun at Camp Weed, a fun Christian summer camp for all the kids of North Florida. Trained Christian counselors will lead kids in activities including swimming, archery, crafts, basketball, kickball, skits, and so much more. Summer camp at Camp Weed, the finest summer camp facilities in North Florida. Find out more at 386-364-5250 or campweed.net.
Hi, this is Freddie Weeby, owner of the 8 Gainesville Domino's. We're proud that you've made us the #1 pizza choice. Big reason for our success is our advertising, like our decision to partner with the Gainesville Television Network and their GTN News. Our Domino's sponsorship of Joe Gervin's GTN Sports has helped us build our brand. Bottom line, Gator Domino's and GTN News both deliver.
Thanks, Freddie. Gotta go.
Hey!
Think you have an eye for value?
This is pure gold.
Then what's worth more, a 1948 Bentley or the actual trigger and bullet? Here's a clue.
None of these items are for sale at the 99-cent store.
From original Air Jordans to a night in the Jersey Shore house, guess the price of the most outrageous items on Earth.
That elephant is worth what?
Cedric the Entertainer hosts the new game show, It's Worth What? Premieres Tuesday, July 19th on NBC.
This is GTN News, working for you in Newberry, Cross City, Lake Butler, and Fort White.
This rare ride could be worth millions. It's a restored 1939 Futureliner bus. The vehicle was considered ahead of its time when it debuted at the 1939 New York World's Fair. Only 12 were ever made.
Well, now it's up for auction on eBay with a starting bid of $500,000. The man who restored the bus is confident it's worth a pretty penny.
These sold 2 years ago at the Barrett-Jackson auction for $4.3 million. So if one of those sold at that auction, I'm sure this will sell as well.
If you're interested, bidding lasts another week.
Hey, Tamri, what's that you're driving to work? Oh, it's my bus.
That's great mileage. What is it,
leaded or unleaded?
Seriously, right?
I'm not crazy about the color.
Yeah, try parallel parking that thing.
Pretty nice GM logo, though.
Is it just me? I'm missing something. There aren't any windows? Is that the future? No windows?
I don't know. Fun to think about. We'll have to see how much it goes for.
Kind of looks like my car.
What's going on in the weather?
Not much change over the next few days. Low 90s, scattered thunderstorms. That's pretty much the case every day in the forecast. 92 tomorrow, 93 on Thursday and Friday. More scattered thunderstorms. And then just some isolated storms on Saturday. So we may have a couple more windows of sunshine for the weekend.
All right, looking good. Kyle, thanks.
That All-Star game, it's final. 5-1 National League.
Oh, all right.
All right, there you go. There you have it. National League 2 years in a row?
Yep, 2 years.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great night.
Welcomes from Saturday Night Live.